As the drone buzzed beneath the sweeping concrete expanse of the dam, Ronald paused, awed by the sheer scale of the engineering feat before him. The towering structure, its surface gleaming under the sun, stood as a monument to human innovation, but he had no idea that a shocking discovery was moments away. To Ronald Johnson, dams were more than mere structures. They were living monuments to human achievement. Each towering wall of concrete symbolized a fragile harmony between nature's force and mankind's brilliance. It was a passion his wife only half understood, but wholeheartedly supported. On a crisp Saturday morning, Ronald steered his car along winding roads, his state-of-the-art drone secured at his side. His destination, a legendary dam known for its towering height and intricate design. Anticipation buzzed within him, mirroring the hum of his drone's propellers, ready to capture the structure from angles few had ever seen. But as he arrived, an unexpected scene began to unfold. The pine-scented air carried a crisp breeze as the dam loomed ahead, a colossal wall of concrete dividing the churning water from the wild expanse beyond. Ronald's trained eye scanned the structure, absorbing each architectural nuance, every calculated detail that turned raw materials into a formidable shield against nature's force. He chose a flat open area and began unpacking his drone equipment that had taken months of saving and several diplomatic negotiations with his wife. It sprang to life with the same precision engineered into the perfection of the dam, rising smoothly into the air. It looked pretty from the top, that is. The reservoir shimmered peacefully, a sharp contrast to the dense forest surrounding it. The dam stood quiet and unassuming, a silent sentinel. Ronald guided the drone, capturing sweeping panoramas and detailed shots, until something unusual caught his eye near the spillway, an abandoned barge. No workers, no movement, just large, hastily secured crates scattered across its deck. As the drone drew closer, curiosity turned to unease. The crates looked out of place, as if someone had left them in a hurry. Why leave cargo so close to critical infrastructure? The question hung heavy as Ronald circled the barge, instincts warning him something was very wrong. Each pass of the camera was calculated, searching for the smallest hint of explanation. The crates remained stubbornly anonymous, their surfaces blank and offering no clues to their origin or contents. The spillway caught his eye. Next, a metal grate hung partially open, its bolts visibly disturbed. The gap was precise, just large enough for a person to slip through. This wasn't a maintenance error, it was sabotage. Someone had tampered with the dam, then the water shifted. At first, Ronald thought it was wind, but the ripples were too controlled, too precise. His hands froze as a massive shadow emerged beneath the surface. This wasn't a fish, it was mechanical, sleek, glinting in the filtered light, circling the barge with eerie precision. "What the hell is that?" he whispered alone. The shadow moved deliberately, circling twice before slipping through the damaged spillway grate and vanishing into the dam. Ronald's mind raced. Underwater drone. Prototype tech. Something unknown. One terrifying truth was clear. A compromised dam meant devastating floods. Entire ecosystems and downstream communities were at risk of vanishing in minutes. This was no longer just a curious discovery. This was a potential disaster. He quickly set the drone to hover mode, reaching for his phone, slightly trembling. Ronald dialed the number of the local ranger station, his eyes never leaving. The live feed where the mysterious shadow had disappeared. Officer Williams, a gravelly voice, replied. Ronald detailed everything: the barge, the crates, the tampered spillway, and the mechanical shadow beneath the water. With each word, the seriousness deepened. This wasn't a routine patrol. By the end of the call, both he and Officer Williams knew one thing. Something was brewing at the dam, and time was running out. "Stay put and keep the drone in the air," Williams instructed, urgency in his voice. When the call ended, silence pressed in. The still water mirrored the sky, calm but deceptive. Ronald's curiosity had turned to dread. Something was down there, something that didn't belong. Each minute crawled by, thick with tension, until a ranger truck finally arrived. Two rangers stepped out, composed but serious, their presence doing little to steady Ronald's nerves. He guided them through the drone's live feed, showing every detail he discovered. The look they exchanged said it all. Something was definitely wrong. We'll need to take a closer look. One ranger said the group readied to small boat from a nearby dock and prepared for Ronald's aerial surveillance. His flying drone would be their eyes in the sky, tracking every movement. The boat cut through the water toward the abandoned barge. Ronald watched closely as one ranger secured their vessel and the other cautiously boarded, every movement tight with tension. Then, everything changed. The ranger froze, then urgently signaled to his partner. Ronald leaned in, adjusting the drone's camera. Something was wrong. As the crate was pried open, time seemed to stop. Explosives, industrial grade, wired with precision timers. Not a few, but enough to destroy the entire dam and surrounding ecosystem. The realization hit Ronald like a punch. This was no accident. Someone had planned a disaster with terrifying accuracy. The Rangers radioed for backup, triggering emergency protocols. Ronald's hands trembled as he kept the drone steady, his mind racing. Who would do this? Why this dam? And then, as if in answer, the water began to move again. The sinister underwater shadow reappeared. This time it wasn't hiding. A sleek mechanical form broke the surface, an underwater robot with sophisticated manipulators. Its movements were purposeful, targeting the barge with chilling precision. The day had started off as a routine drone expedition. Now, Ronald found himself at the center of what could become a national emergency aftermath. In that moment, it all crystallized for Ronald. The underwater drone wasn't just some random piece of technology. It was being guided. Someone was watching, observing every move. A chill ran down his spine as he realized just how exposed he'd been, how close he'd come to possible danger. The Rangers tensed, instinct and training as sharp as the instincts that warned the first early man of an enemy's presence. One grabbed a pole, probing the water as the mechanical intruder approached. Just before reaching the barge, the drone veered away, disappearing into the depths as fast as it had appeared. Soon, emergency responders turned this serene dam site into a well-coordinated activity. Hub bomb disposal experts and divers moved with precision, their movements deliberate and focused. Ronald watched frustration mounting as he realized he couldn't directly communicate his suspicion that the operator of the drone was nearby hours past. The sun traced its arc across the sky, casting long shadows. As the team worked by sunset, the immediate threat had been neutralized, but the mystery remained intact. That evening, Officer Williams approached, gratitude etched across his face. "You may have saved countless lives today," he said, requesting a copy of the drone footage for further review. The ranger spoke of a near catastrophe narrowly averted. As Ronald packed up his gear, the weight of the day settled over him like a heavy cloak, the full gravity of what had unfolded finally sinking in. The dam stood firm against the fading light, a symbol of both human brilliance and fragility. What started as a simple drone outing had become something far more profound. He thought of his wife's doubts about the costly drone. Now it felt invaluable. It had proven to be far more than just a hobbyist's toy. It stood as a guardian of technology, one that may have saved an entire community. As Ronald drove home, the day's events replayed in his mind. The abandoned barge, the explosives, the strange underwater drone. They would linger in his thoughts for months. One thing, however, was certain. Sometimes, being in the right place at the right time changes everything. The dam would hold, the town was safe, and somewhere, a mystery still waited to be uncovered. I'm really keen to know your thoughts on this story, so please don't hesitate to share your insights in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and found it engaging, I invite you to subscribe to our channel for more similar content. Feel free to share this video. Take good care of yourselves, and I'm excited to connect with you in our future videos.